We asked to weaken the argument. Let's look at the evidence. Roof of a building has collapsed under the weight of last week's heavy snowfall. The building that has collapsed has met all standards except one. The standard that was not met is they have used nails of a smaller size to attach roof supports and the building column. Based on these evidences, the argument concludes that not following the standard, that is using smaller nails than what they are supposed to use, is the reason for the collapse of the building. What should the author assume to come to this conclusion? The argument should assume that using smaller nails is the only reason for the building to collapse. Now, how do we weaken the argument? The argument can be weakened if the answer choice says using smaller nails is not the reason for the building to collapse. Let's look for an answer choice that weakens the argument. Answer choice A. The only other buildings whose roofs collapsed from the weight of the snowfall were older buildings constructed according to the less exacting standards than those in the safety codes. Now, this choice supports the assumption that not following the standards is the reason for the roof to collapse. Since we are trying to weaken the argument, we can eliminate answer choice A. We are looking for an answer choice which says it is not meeting the standards that is responsible, but something else is a reason for the collapse. Choice B. The amount of snow that accumulated on the roof of the equipment storage building was greater than the predicted maximum that was used in drawing up the safety codes. If this statement is true, then the amount of snow that accumulated on the roof of the building was greater than the maximum amount of snow that was used in drawing up the safety codes. Then this can give a possible reason stating that not following the safety standards is not the reason for the collapse. In other words, using smaller nails is not the reason for the collapse. Choice B undermines the author's assumption. So B weakens the argument. Let's hold choice B. Answer choice C. Because the equipment storage building was not intended for human occupation, some safety code provisions that would have applied to an office building did not apply to it. Though the safety code provisions that would have applied to an office building did not apply to the equipment storage building, it is quite possible that following the safety code provisions would have prevented the building from collapsing. So this choice in a way strengthens the argument. It does not weaken. So answer choice C can also be eliminated. Choice D. The municipality of North Town itself has the responsibility for ensuring that buildings constructed within its boundaries meet the provisions of the building safety codes. Knowing who ensures that the buildings meet the safety codes does not help us to know what is responsible for the building to collapse. Choice D can be eliminated. Choice E. Because the equipment storage building was where the council kept snow removal equipment, the building was almost completely empty when the roof collapsed. Like choice D, choice E provides no relevant information to determine what is the reason for the roof to collapse. So choice E can also be eliminated. Choice B most weakens the argument.